Hey everyone, it's me, Coach Story. This is a video blog of my health and wellness journey on Mounjaro. I am here discussing week 14. Oh my goodness, it's been a very interesting week. Just kind of recap, what has happened this week, where I am with my weight loss, and what I'm going to be doing next. So if you're here for the first time, thank you for stopping by. This started off as a personal journey, but I noticed that there are a few people who are watching the video. So if you're interested in what I have to say, thanks for stopping by. Do me a favor, like the video. Let me know you're here. Subscribe to the channel to hear me ramble about all kinds of other things as my journey continues. So let's get right into it. So week 14, I am on an adventure to change my shot location. So today's shot location was in my forearm. I made a video of that. I thought it was going to be a lot harder. For some reason, I thought I would feel it and it would hurt, but it didn't hurt. So I guess stay tuned for next week to see if in fact I lost any weight. So I've been moving my shot location. I used to only do my stomach, so I was doing the bottom right and the bottom left of my stomach, and then I moved to the top right, top left, and then I moved to my thighs. So last week I was on my left thigh, and it was a better experience. When I did my right thigh, it was it hurted, it stung, like it was just a real ordeal. One of the previous videos will kind of talk to you about that. But with my left thigh, wasn't too much of a problem. I did end up with a huge bruise. So my right thigh, I had a little bruise the size of a quarter, but my left thigh was like about, took up the whole half of my thigh. Maybe I squeezed it too much. It turned red. It didn't itch though, but didn't really like the way that it looked. And last week was really a difficult week for me. So I'm doing keto, and I was on my second week of doing keto, which is something that every week I promised I was going to do and I would never start. But I'm so proud of myself, 2 weeks in of doing the keto diet. And I've meal prepped. I kind of kept everything going. But constipation, which is something that I've encountered in previous weeks, crept back up on me in this week really bad. So I got into a regimen of taking Benefiber every day in my coffee, and that was helping for a couple of weeks. But I guess, changing to, adding a little bit more cheese and adding more vegetables, I'm assuming that's the case, my constipation has come back with a vengeance. This past week, I also went to the doctor, and I discussed my lab work in a previous video, so everything was really good. But I talked to him about the constipation, and he said that he really didn't want me to allow myself to be constipated at all. So one of the things I would do when I'm constipated, I would take the medicine to get flowing. I really thought I had a system going, because I went maybe 2 weeks, that I was going regularly, not every day, but I went enough to where it wasn't like cement like it is now. So my doctor was saying that constipation is a real issue, and that he doesn't want me to be constipated at all, because it could become a serious problem, which is something that I wasn't aware of. So I have been constipated my whole entire life for one reason or another, even before I did Mounjaro. So when I started taking the shots, it just took it to a whole new level, to where it was sometimes my intestines would be like bricked up. And so I tried 50 million things that worked. I have a video about that, so you can take a look at that. It's titled Constipation. And then I found a regimen that would work for me, which I thought. So I'm not sure if it's the keto diet or the change in the location, but I'm assuming it's the keto diet that has brought the constipation back. So yeah, he definitely scared me. He was like, I want to give you a prescription, or do you think you want to continue doing the over-the-counter stuff? So I told him that I was able to take Miralax, and if I did that after a couple of days, I would be able to go to the bathroom like regular. And he said it would be okay for me to take it every single day if I needed to, or every other day. I am not a doctor, so I'm not giving you medical advice. But in speaking with my doctor, he did confirm that sometimes people need to take Miralax forever, right? And it is something that they can take daily every other day or a couple of times a week. So what I'm doing now to get myself going is I'm going to go ahead and take it for 7 days. I'm on day 3 or 4, and as soon as I start taking Miralax, I get movement. So I'm just going to do that again. That's what I did, a couple of weeks ago. Everything, got out of there. I was cleaned out. I was excited. I even was like, I've, conquered constipation. I'm doing great. But that bad boy came back when I started doing a keto diet. And so guess what, guys? Because of the constipation, I lost 0 pounds. So I walk or work out 5 days a week, regularly, like clockwork. I've been doing the keto diet. I've been watching, trying to eat more vegetables. Because I had an issue, with the constipation, I lost 0 pounds. I think midway through the week, I lost a pound, and then I immediately gained it back. I also have not been drinking a lot of water. I think I've been drinking like 2 water bottles a day. So that probably has something to do with it. So I'm going to start incorporating more water in, and I'm going to incorporate the Miralax more regular. I just got to, continue to use it, and I feel good. I had talked to some friends and talked to some people who indicated that their doctor told them that Miralax was okay. So now that I have confirmation, then that is going to be a regular part of my diet. I know so any of you who suffer from constipation and have been able to conquer it, if you have another tip or tool, I would love to hear, what have you done? Have you done anything that I haven't tried? How do you get them bowels moving regularly? Definitely would be interested to know how that goes. So yeah, not necessarily a real impressive week for me for weight loss, especially since I'm doing the keto diet. I figured that I would lose some more, but I think that the veggies may have got me kind of stuck. So frowny face on that, but I am going to keep going. I'm encouraged because I can see, my clothes fitting differently. My jeans kind of slide off. My work clothes they kind of hang off of me. As I'm working out, my new workout outfit that's supposed to be smaller, as I'm working out, I got to kind of pull it up. So I've got a lot of non-scale victories that I'm proud of, but I still need some work. So I know that I need to incorporate Miralax. I know I need to incorporate more water. And I'm going to continue going through my shot locations. Again, today I did my arm, which was the first time doing my arm. I'm hoping that the change of location, when I talk to you next week, I'll be like, I lost 4 pounds. But really, slow and steady wins the race. I'm averaging about 5 pounds a month, and that's okay. I'm excited about that. That's really helping me to get where I need to be. I started this journey not necessarily for weight loss. The purpose was really to get my A1C down, and it's down, so it can get down more. And I am losing weight, so I'm inching in. So I'm going to celebrate myself to keep going and be happy that I'm still on the keto diet. I'm still eating healthier. Sugar is constantly no sugar at all, so I'm proud of myself for that. And that's my week. 0 pounds. Constipation came back with a vengeance. I'm going to get control of it again. And just look forward to seeing, how this week progresses. I think because I'm using the Miralax, I'm going to have a lot more success next week. But that's where I am this week. Just knocking it down 1 pound at a time. And I guess I'll check in. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. If you got some tips for me about that constipation, please drop me something in the comments, because I'm willing to try anything to get it regular going. Oh, I also bought some symbiotic probiotic, which is a prebiotic, a probiotic, and a postbiotic. We'll see how that works. Not sure. That's supposed to be delivered later on today, and as y'all can see by the car, I'm at work. But all right, that's how week 14 was for me. I'll be back next week. Again, thank you for stopping by and sharing this journey with me. Please, if you're here, subscribe to the channel, make a comment. Let me know that you're here. All right. Bye, guys.